Yeah, whoa, she's going. Whoa, oh, just bursting the doors. Where go, mate? Okay, well, I've connected up all the batteries finally in the little bloody Assassin. And I've got it all connected up. They're all nice and firm, not super tight. I had a problem with the fuse. The fuse was buggered, so I had no power, but now I've got 51 volts poking out the end of that. So next step, I'll hook it up to the power and turn it on. See what the hell happens. Okay, turn it on. My voltage is showing full. Lights are working front and back. So I've got lights. Horn's working. Then the motor's going forward. Flick this around into reverse. Then it goes in reverse. She's a goer. I just got some more tidying up to do. That works, the off switch works, but the voltage is showing up. Nothing sparking, nothing smoking. I will disconnect the power and I'll have a muck around with it on another day. But at this point, when you turn it on, she's a goer. Yeah, well, typical me, I had to have a look, because the back wheel was sort of spinning around. You could sort of say it was spinning slow when I was doing it. Everything was working. I said, I've got to do these controls. Mate, every one of them is turned right down to the bottom. So it's going to be a little bit of a shock when I turn it up, just how fast this thing is probably capable of going, because everything is right down on minimum. So for a little Margot, mate, she can just go potter around the yard. And mate, she was here yesterday and she goes, Poppy, have you finished the quad bike yet? Okay, so we're ready for a test drive. I fixed up these wobbly back wheels, adjusted the nuts, put new split pins in, adjusted the chain, lubed that up, put all that back together. The other side's fine too. Fixed up the wobble in these front wheels. Lubricated the steering column. It works actually great. There's my invention so far with the batteries. I'm just using straps. I've got some metal plate, nice wide metal plate that I can put across here once I know everything's working, but I thought straps are just the way to go at the moment. Got my power hooked up, turn the key on, got full. Turn her on. So that's half speed, so I can adjust the, even runs quieter with the chain lubed up. So that's just half speed, and we flick this around. We've got reverse. So that's all working. Lights are working front and back. Got a light on the front, got a light on the back. Horn's working, and that's about it. Lubed up all the front end, so everything's all moving nicely now. Nothing's wobbling around. Mate, that's about it for now. I'll get the kids to take it for a bit of a test drive, and from there, all I have to do is, if everything's right, I don't have to pull everything back out. I'll put the two metal plates over and bolt them down into the frame, and that ain't going nowhere. So yep, the old Assassin, it didn't get me in the end. Well, there she is. She's all done, set up. I'm going to take her for a quick little ride myself. Well and truly over the maximum weight for it, but I would rather try it out before I put one of my grandkids on it, so I'll do a quick little ride. Yeah, so first for the test drive went pretty well. It works, brakes, acceleration, stop, go, reverse, everything seems fine. I think probably all I need to do, everything on the throttle speed and everything, they're all set on just half. So for little Margot, I'll back them all right to low, all down into low, because man, she's at half speed, she's pretty quick. So I think it'll be maximum of 0 for little Margot, and little Christian, he'll probably be able to handle the halfway, but I'm not going to have him in the yard going around at full speed, that's for sure. I noticed when I took it for a ride the other day, the handlebars were on a slight angle compared to like going straight. So this is the best I can come up with so far. We've got a bit of string running around, got the handlebars straight, the strings touching both sides of the tyre there, seems fine. But if you have a look at this side, she's got a big freaking gap on it. So I'm going to adjust that tie rod end and at least have the string touching both sides of the tyres when the handlebars are straight. Give us a... Well, I'll try that for a start. I've got that lined up. That's going straight. Handlebars are straight. And I've pulled that whopping great angle back in. Just adjusted the on the tie rod ends there. So hopefully everything's all right, and it should run a bit straighter with the handlebars straight. Okay, so when I took it for its first run, the green is just go. That's for little tiny kids, just crawls along. I thought that it went from there to there, thinking sometimes not right. So I set it for there. When I took it for a test run, I thought it was about half speed, and she flew along pretty well, but in actual fact, full speed is right around there. So I've actually put some dots on. So I was actually on probably 1/3 power. The kids are going to love this when they get it out in a paddock, because it's basically going to fly. So I've just got it marked up there. So even with little Christian, he's 8 years old now. So that's heaps fast enough for around the yard. Up over here, or close to it, probably never go full power. Close to it, be fine out in the paddock.